Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we are at my computer, so I'm actually my laptop, and we're going to do some product research. Yes, that is right. We are going back to basics with some product research. I'm going to take you through literally going on Jungle Scout, going on Amazon, and just typing in keywords and just seeing what we find. I'm going to give you my my analysis like as soon as it's happening, like narrating as it's happening. So if you're interested in this sort of content, make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on. Let's get into the video straight away. Alrighty. So I think the first thing I want to say is that if you do want to learn all this sort of stuff all in one go, I would highly recommend you join my training at the moment. If you first link in the description, you have some free training. I'll take you through kind of how to find products and how to identify this potential solutions so you can actually create these products, okay? That's the first thing I want to let you guys know about. Today's video is going to be super valuable, and the reason it's going to be valuable is because a lot of you guys, a lot of people that reach out to me kind of struggle with product research, and they say, I've been searching through Jungle Scout for ages, and I just keep searching page after page. So I'm going to show you today basically how not to do that, right? How to do it correctly, and how to save yourself a whole bunch of time. I haven't actually looked at what we're going to look at today, so this is going to be completely real. I'll probably stumble my words loads. There might be moments where I figure something out and then it goes wrong, or I think I find a good product and it turns out to be a bad product. So it's going to be completely kind of raw, which will be really cool. So you can get my immediate feedback as I'm looking at the screen. So hopefully you will enjoy this video. All right, guys, here we are on the computer. I should be in the bottom right-hand corner. Hopefully I will remember that and not kind of cover things that you need to see. Forgot to put the video on when I was recording the screen. But we're on Jungle Scout at the moment, and we're gonna go through some product research. I guess just like some natural product research. I'm gonna go through a few products, some ideas, and just show you how I do it, so that if you're getting stuck within your product research journey, you'll be able to kind of take a look at this video and just give yourself a few different ideas about how to actually find these products. What you're gonna see on this video is that I'm not gonna be super strict with the filters that I'm using, because what I need to do is get the ideas flowing within my mind so I can actually then just start kind of going wild and just finding products all over the place. So what I like to do, we're going to go from left to right on the screen, and I'm going to go over the first of all and just change this. You know, this is on the United Kingdom, but you can look at any market whatsoever. Selling on Amazon in any country is basically the same in any country, and so you don't have to look at the United Kingdom, but I will, because I know the product prices and all that sort of stuff. I know the ecosystem pretty well. I'm going to go to, let's go to computers and accessories. And the reason being is that a lot of people stay away from kind of electronics and stuff like that. It doesn't mean you can't sell them, it just means that you have to be a little bit more strict with how you source your goods in terms of making sure that they have the right safety guidelines, safety certificates, and that sort of stuff. Doesn't mean you can't sell them, it just means that you have to be able to do your due diligence, okay? We're going to go product tier standard because we don't want oversized products. In terms of seller, I don't really mind FBA, FBM, or Amazon. Obviously, we don't want too many FBM sellers, too many Amazon sellers, but we're going to still, we still want to see if they're selling products. Minimum price I'm actually going to leave blank, but maximum price I'm going to put at £25. Okay, now you can change this to 30. This all depends on your budget, because selling something at £25, you know you're going to be able to source it for us, probably under £10. Hopefully, definitely under £10 if you can. But obviously, this means if you don't have enough money to be able to order 1,000 units, you don't have £10,000, you're going to really go up to £25, right? Does that make sense? I probably hashed through that completely. You need to make sure you've got enough money to buy the stock, okay? The reviews for this particular video, I'm actually going to leave these completely blank, but we can always come back to here if we're getting too many results. But what I'm going to do, instead of choosing minimum sales, I'm going to choose minimum revenue. Okay, so I want to be making at least £10,000 per month on a product. Okay, the revenue I want to be doing is £10,000. Now, we might not be able to find many results from this, but we might find ideas that will lead us to products that are doing 7,000 or 8,000 or whatever. Okay, so we've got some cables, we've got CD drive, iPad Air case, scales, keyboards, headset. This is pretty interesting one. Headsets, keyboard, so gaming things, mouse. Let's actually look at this, okay? So straight away, again, I haven't clicked on these. I haven't looked at any of these details. I really haven't looked at them. I'm just looking at the pictures thinking, well, is this kind of a small product? Is there a niche for it? Is this something that's quite evergreen? Is it a fad product? Is it something that's private labelable? I'm just thinking these things over in my head, right? And the first thing that's come to mind is this gaming headset, okay? Now, what you could easily do is create a company that is focused towards gaming headsets or gaming devices. You can reach out to influencers and people on Twitch and stuff like that to use your products, to review them, and to sell them, and they can get a commission. So there's an easy way to get these products into the hands of a lot of people and a lot of, like, you know, your target demographic. And as you can see here, that particular headset, I don't know anything about headsets, so this, I would never go into this category because I really don't know anything about it. I don't have like an Xbox or a PlayStation or a gaming computer or anything like that, so I would never do it because I don't have a big enough knowledge about, I guess, the ecosystem. You could learn, that's fine, but they're doing £22,000 on this keyboard, £11,000, right? So I'm thinking, okay, there's demand there. Let's go look for it. So the first thing I'm going to type in is gaming. Mouse, chair, headset. Let's go headsets, okay? Now there's lots of options to choose from. Just notice what I did there is when I typed in gaming, I paused for a second. I just looked at what Amazon provided me. So it looks like the most popular thing was actually a mouse, okay? Gaming mouse. If I just delete that, you can see there it's the top thing in computers and accessories: gaming chair, headset, keyboard, PC, mouse mat. And you can see these are kind of the most popular things. So let's go with mouse. Now what you'll notice is, guys, that a mouse wasn't really the thing that sparked my interest. It was really the headset, okay, because they were doing like 22,000. It was the mouse that I actually found, right? Because I typed in gaming, which would be one of the main keywords, and then used the kind of drop-down menu to see actually what's going on in terms of people searching on Amazon. And you can see here loads of gaming mice. These may be named brands, like big brands. I don't really know, unfortunately. I would have to do a little bit more research into this. Now, the first thing that strikes me is the amount of reviews, okay? We've got a ton of reviews, and I can imagine a lot of these are probably fake reviews. But on the flip side of things, we have a ton of sales. We have some really, really great demand for the products. And this probably goes down to the next page. If we go down and extract to the next page, that'll take a few seconds for Jungle Scout to do that. So we'll get the next kind of 15 listings, and we've still got, you know, not incredible demand, but we've still got some good demand. We've got some people, you know, there's a gaming mouse there doing 20 grand. These doing 3, not ideal. You know, you really want to be on the first page, okay? But look here, right? There's these guys here that they have. It's a new listing. It looks like 30 reviews. It looks like maybe a variation of this one here. Again, about £13,000 worth of revenue because they're doing, it looks like a bundle, okay? So immediately I can see, okay, there's demand in the market. Yes, there's a lot of reviews, but is there a way where you can generate a lot of reviews? You know, do you have a particular passion for gaming where you can release these and you can, you know, you'll happily sit there for a couple of hours a day reaching out to Twitch streamers and to people that are influencers in that space and just say, hey, can I send you a mouse? How can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I get a review from you? Right? And just really kind of get in the trenches so you can get as many reviews as possible. Because look, if you can get a lot of reviews, if you can get, you know, at least over 100 reviews on this, you know, in a fairly short space of time, which is definitely possible, okay, you could potentially making, you know, easily upwards of £10,000 a month selling a mouse, right? It's very small, very light, very easy to make, and you can definitely create a good brand around it. So if a lot of people will be looking at this thinking, okay, it's, you know, there's Logitech all over here. I know Logitech, okay, I don't know any of these, so you have to forgive me for that. But there's potential there. But for me, personally, it'd be a little bit too saturated. You know, there's probably not as much money in a mouse as I think there is. But what you can then do is just close down Jungle Scout and do things like go on the left-hand side here, right? And look at, like, you know, there's more things: mouse, keyboard mats, keyboards, gaming mouse pads. All right, so gaming mouse pads, like, I don't even know, like, different to a normal mouse pad? No idea, okay? So I have no idea what these are gonna be like. I can imagine it's a lower demand, but it's still very good, right? We've still got, there's some that which we can't see, which is fine, but we can see here that we've got a fairly decent amount of demand. The price is pretty low, so it means that there's a lower barrier to entry, which means that obviously you can, you know, if you don't have a huge budget, you can go ahead and you can get this product. But also the reviews aren't as high as well. And it might give you a kind of angle into this market, so you can release one of these products first, you know, build a bit of a brand around it, and then eventually you can actually release maybe a mouse into this market once you've got maybe the customer base to do it. If you're collecting leads from, like, Facebook, or again from other online services like Twitch and stuff like that. However, that doesn't interest me. They all seem pretty plain. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like it. But again, that's another option which you can go into. Amazon is looking at this and saying, hey, headsets, mouse. So let's just look at headsets, because why not? And what I'm doing here by doing this product research is I'm not going back to Jungle Scout, to the web app, looking for more, because that's what a lot of you guys will do. You'll just keep searching, see the reviews, and then you'll be like, I can't do that, rubbish, and you'll go back to Jungle Scout, right? What you need to be doing is use Jungle Scout as a tool to get ideas, and then just click around, type in keywords, see what happens. Go up here, type in gaming headsets, then press space and see what comes up, right? Like Razer, I don't know what this is. For girls, that might be a niche that you might want to look into, like gaming headsets for girls. Okay, so let's have a look at these, and we'll click the Jungle Scout stuff. We'll have a little look. Again, phenomenal demand. Great demand here. We've got most people doing over £20,000 in revenue. Again, it's competitive, but not as competitive as the mice, which is interesting because this is a higher price product. You can probably make more profit on this. So there we go. There's a product that actually I personally would feel comfortable going into this market. Okay, now there's a lot of reviews. Yes, there is a lot of competition, but the reason why is that I can see a few, right, just a few that are creeping into that first page that they're not, not a huge amount of reviews. Okay. And I would be thinking, okay, how am I going to launch this product? Okay, first of all, you make sure that you provide a better solution to the customer. That's granted, right? You'd probably have to, like, if it was me, I would do a lot of research on the ecosystem, on the headset community. I'd look at reviews and I'd find out what people like. So do a lot of research, like market research, on doing that first, right? I think that's really important. You just don't go and just private label a product and sell it. I would then start creating like a base of my potential customers, either if that's on a YouTube channel or if it's using other people's YouTube channels. Like, reach out to people that do streaming, that do gaming videos, and just start a communication, start getting to know these potential customers and find out what people want, what people like. Let's create relationships, create connections with people, saying that we're going to release this new headset. We just want to get your feedback on what features you love and you don't love, and then we'd love to send you one if you could maybe review it on one of your videos, or put a link in your description or something like that. And just start making connections with people. That's what I would do. I would start things like Instagram, and I would start building a niche of followers around gaming headsets and gaming videos and stuff like that. So start to create all these sources of people which I can later call on, so I can actually get these sales and get reviews on this listing. Okay, if you were just to do this by PPC and doing some giveaways and only having 10 reviews, you're going to probably make no money. Okay, guys? In all honesty, you'd probably just completely fail, because you need reviews, right? If you're going to go into a category like this, and if you're going to go into a product like this, you need to have a system for getting a lot of reviews and a lot of sales very, very quickly. So that's something definitely to take account for. But if you're able to make £20,000 upwards, sometimes 40, nearly £50,000 a month in revenue, then it's worth putting the work in. If it takes you 4 months, if it takes you 6 months to get everything together so that you're ready to launch, these numbers are worth waiting 6 months for. Like, I would happily wait 6 months for this. I would happily wait, even longer, up to a year, if I were able to then create a recurring income stream, a passive income stream that was able to pay me this much every single month, right? And potentially more in the future as gaming gets more and more popular, okay? So that's my thinking about when I think about these sorts of products. But there might be a kind of really small sub-niche to this kind of gaming area, where you're going to be able to find something that sells a little bit less, which is fine, and has less competition. So I would just go down the left, have a little look, see here, see if you get any ideas. Click on one of these listings. So we'll go on the top listing. We'll scroll down. We'll search for similar products. So there might be a presentation remote. Okay, well, this is completely different, but hell, let's look at it. Why not? So presentation remote. I don't know if that's the best keyword, but we're just going to search that as well. Presentation remote. So I think this is a clicker for slideshows and stuff like that. This potentially could be a good product. I haven't seen the sales, but I'm thinking small, light, easily to brands. Looks pretty cool. People use it. Businesses buy it, which could be really good. Like schools buy it, that sort of stuff. Let's have a look at Jungle Scout. Don't know what this is going to say. Have a little look. Okay, reviews. Yeah, not too good product. Yeah, good product, guys. Go and sell that if you want to. So I've made a very snap decision. I haven't really looked into this. So the things I'm looking at straight away is I'm very, very quickly glancing between the sales, the revenue, and the reviews, okay? I didn't really look at the price just yet, and I've just looked at it now. But the sales, I'm looking at, quite a few of them in well over 200, 300, some even more than that. The ones that concern me are things like these ones, okay? I think, and then these three at the bottom, these would concern me as well. If I'm looking, if anything is under 5 a day, I don't really want to sell it, okay? Because under 5 a day, it's just going to make it hard to be, a really good success, okay? So we want to be able to do a lot of units. Excuse me. Now, in terms of revenue, again, I want to see money being made. I don't want to see, £1,385. That's just like nothing. I don't want to see even like 2,000, 3,000. I don't want to see. Okay, it's definitely not 700. I want to see these 8,000s, 5,000s, 20,000s, 28,000s, 10,000s. So that's what I want to be seeing, and I want to see more than one person, or definitely more than a handful of people, making those amounts of money, because that means that there is demand. And quite often you'll see that those people that are making more money are selling a higher priced product. So you don't always want to go at the low end. You quite often want to go at the high end, because there is demand for the product, and a lot of those people will want to buy something that's higher quality or a better product. So you want to market to those people so you can make more money, right? The more money you make, the quicker you can scale, the more money you can spend on advertising. Like this person here, right? If they're selling for £25, they can spend basically so much more on advertising on PPC than this person here selling at $9.99. They have a lot more ability to outrank that person because they're able to spend more on PPC. They're able to win the bids because they have more money to play with, and that's really important. In terms of reviews, yes, like these top two, they're quite high. 300 I wouldn't worry about. 67 I wouldn't worry about. 445, yeah, it's quite high. These wouldn't worry about. That wouldn't worry about. 500, 600 is quite high. Again, these I wouldn't worry about. So there's definitely room, right? If you can create a product that's better, and if you can market it in a better way, and if you can create a customer base for it even before you launch, then this is a good product. You can definitely make some money here, right? There's definitely money to be made. So there you go. That was, I don't know how long this video has been, 15 minutes. At this point, I would then go onto Alibaba, and I was searching for this. Or I was like, presentation. Okay, let's do it. Presentation remote laser pointer. Okay, and then I'm thinking at this moment, laser pointer, is there going to be an issue with safety guidelines and safety certificates? So that's something in the back of my mind. I think, okay, research what I need as a seller, as an importer, to be able to do that. I probably didn't search the best keyword there. Let's go power presentation remote. Let's go like PowerPoint remote. It might come up with something a little bit better. Okay, cool. I'll have to do some research here to find the best thing. This is probably, I've seen this one on the Amazon search page. It starts at $13. Obviously, that's not going to be the actual price, which is not too bad. And let's see if we've got one of those selling. They're probably going to be the cheaper ones. Yeah, they are the cheaper ones. Yeah, so I would definitely wouldn't want to sell the cheaper ones. I'd be looking at the ones that are a little bit more expensive. So there you go. That's an idea that you can look into, guys. I'm not obviously going to do that because I've just shown you all. But let's go on to the left-hand side and I think, okay, my document scanners, not probably going to be too big. Presentation supplies. So we've just seen one thing for presentation supplies. So let's just get rid of that out of the search menu and just search all presentation supplies and just see what we find. Okay, not going to be good. Okay, these prices are going to be too low for most of these things. Anything under £10, I'm really not interested in. So I don't know what that is. No, it looks like maybe. What is that? What is this? So that's a remote control, but it's an expensive one. Okay, that's probably not selling many units. But you see what I mean, guys, here. You just need to go through and just start looking for products like this, okay? The things that interest me are more expensive. Always, you don't want to go for things like these big whiteboards because they're going to be too big. But we can go down here on the left-hand side. We can look for other stuff. Again, it got a little bit boring just then, so let's go back. And let's maybe look at something else. We can even go back to the headset stuff. But anyway, actually, let's not go on because I could go on for hours. So what you see here, guys, is that I spent a very, very short amount of time on the web app, right? Just getting ideas, right? Just literally getting ideas. But then what you want to do is spend the majority of your time on Amazon and just start typing stuff in. Start seeing what's going on in the ecosystem. How much money are people making? Like, is there demand for these products? Like, I didn't know that there was so much demand for these. I had no idea until today that there was so much demand for little like laser pointer clickers. I just did not know that. And now that I know that, that opens up a whole different, I guess, line of thinking about where, like, what sort of products you can look for. You know, business products for people that are presenting, for seminars, for event spaces, for workspaces, all that sort of stuff is now coming into my mind. Thinking, okay, maybe we could do these sorts of things, whatever, right? So that's what you need to be doing, okay? If there is a lot of demand, then that's the first thing. Tick, you need that. If there's loads and loads of reviews, then this is when you need to really be strategic and think, okay, if it's a competitive market, how am I going to infiltrate it, okay? How am I going to launch my product? And this is what I go through in the kind of launch strategy of my course. You've got lots of different options, and if you have something that's competitive, you need to kind of just give it all your juice, all your information, all your energy, as much as you possibly can for that launch kind of time, right? So you're putting all of your traffic, any emails you've collected, any people you've got ready to do reviews for you, all smashed out to happen on the same week, right? On the same day, on the same week. So that your products come into the Amazon FBA warehouse, you can start priming your listing with questions, with reviews, with pictures and that sort of stuff. And then when you go to actually launch your product, it's already an established listing, it's already got some reviews on it, it's already got customer questions, so it looks like it's been there for a while. When you start adding PPC onto that, people click it, it's a great listing, the pictures are incredible, the brand's incredible, everything's laid out as it should be, it's search engine optimized, it's got the reviews on it, it's got the pictures on the reviews, it's got customer questions, then that's going to help convert people from a potential customer just looking through Amazon, clicking your PPC list or your listing, and then buying your product. Okay, and that's how eventually you can get up to doing these numbers of 23,000, 28,000, stuff like that. So when people say to me, right, when people say to me, "Oh my God, there's like no products to find," it absolutely like blows my mind, because I can go onto Amazon pretty much any day of the week and I can find something that I've never seen before, and I can always find something that's selling a lot of units and has a relatively good amount of reviews and stuff like that. So if you're that sort of person that is struggling with this, then really, 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 really try to not be so regimented with your research, right? A lot of people, they'll just go on Jungle Scout and they'll just go scroll, 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 keep looking, okay, there's nothing there, next page, and then keep going, keep going, keep going, right? Look at something and then go, okay, cool, let's look at this ecosystem, let's look at this market. Bluetooth headset, like, let's just do it. We want to be in all categories, all departments. Bluetooth headsets, okay? All right, sweet, cool. This is probably way, way, way competitive. These aren't going to come up, I don't think. It's not as bad as I thought. Like, that's not bad. Bluetooth headset, that is competition-wise low, guys. Low competition, right? The sales we can't see, which is really annoying. But we can look at the BSR for these products. So say, for example, we want to find out generally what this is making. We would then look at the BSR and we would compare it to other things in that market. So for example, let's just go down and look at one. Okay, so let's look at these ones here. Okay, we'll go and find the BSR, which is going to be just around here somewhere. So it's not great. 695. Okay, and then we can go and basically find other products that are not like headsets, that are around that 600 to maybe 800 BSR, and then use Jungle Scout to find out how many sales they're making. It'll give us a rough estimate. But anyway, so that gives you an idea about what you can go and look for. Hopefully you have enjoyed that video. If you want to learn more about all this sort of stuff, of course you can go onto my free training session that I'm running at the moment, which I'll link down below. So it's a little webinar where I talk to you mainly about kind of how to find these solutions, right? How to approach these customer problems and provide a better solution for the customer, and just really how to leverage the Amazon platform. And I'll show you a load of case studies and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. If you have enjoyed this video and you found it valuable, then smash the thumbs up button. Of course, make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on, and I'll see you all very soon.